Hello there. So, another video. Now, this is how rubbish at social media I am. I completely and utterly forgot to take any behind the scenes video footage whilst I was doing my shoot on Saturday. So, here we are on a Tuesday, following the shoot and following all the editing of the photographs as well, making this video. I was at Shelford Rugby Club this week on Saturday, doing a shoot for Lit Sevens, London International Sevens tournament, and it was great. 5 pitches, all in action at the same time, which means there's a heck of a lot of rugby that you have to balance. There's a lot of logistical issues that we, myself and Matt, the other photographer, had to deal with. Sorry, I've just knocked my little reindeer that my daughter gave me. It's got a bell on it, so yeah, special daddy look. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Shelford Rugby Club, great place. Really big clubhouse with, on one side of it, sort of tiered seating down it, overlooking the 5G pitch. Very nice. And then 4 other pitches all surrounding it, which allows big tournaments to take place like Lit Sevens. As always, great sort of atmosphere there. Everyone loves their rugby, and plenty of it to go on. I think there was a couple of social leagues, men's elite, women's social as well. So yeah, lots of individual tournaments going on within the bigger tournament. And you know, it's our job to try and capture all of those teams playing on the day. So Matt and I had our work cut out initially. So the first few hours was just making sure that we got footage of every team, and then on top of that, we have to get pictures of sort of crowd interactions. We have to get pictures of staff at work. We have to get pictures of volunteers. You know, the ground that we're at as well. Team photos, ideally. However, I had a problem there, but I'll come back to that. So yeah, really nice place. Now, coming back to that, it was a bit quicker than I thought, but I just looked at my list and actually it's the next thing I've got to speak about. So, knee. So my right knee, not great at the moment. So I was parked on my camping chair for most of the day. Camping chairs are a bit extravagant for a sports photographer. They usually park themselves on top of a little collapsible stool. Obviously, being mobile and having kit that is mobile is quite handy when you're a sports photographer. And a camping chair is a little bit over the top, really. However, it did mean it was nice and comfortable. So I was parked on that for most of the day because my right knee at the moment has got a problem. And usually what happens is the teams will play their game. We take pictures of the game. Obviously, we're at one end, so we get both teams coming at the camera, one half and then the next half. And usually at the end, I would run over to at least one of the teams and ask them if we can get a team photo before they take themselves off and disperse around the place. Because there's obviously lots of other things to do. There's lots of other rugby that they can go and watch, but there's also the bar area where they can go and get drinks from, obviously. And then we've got vendors there as well. We've got burger vans. We've got, I think there was a Greek place. There was all sorts of coffee, So it's a real sort of nice atmosphere. And if you've never been to a Lit Sevens event, I highly recommend it. They are good fun. If you like your rugby, you should get yourself down there because you could spend the whole day there and just enjoy the atmosphere, really. So, yeah, but with my knee, I couldn't run up to the team to get the team photo, which was a bit annoying. So in one aspect, I've apologised to Lit Sevens, to Elaine who organises it, for not getting any team photos, as it's quite a major part of the shoot that I'm expected to do. She was really good about it though, and has offered to help me out with a knee brace actually, which is fantastic. They've got some. I think they got given some at some point. So yeah, I was probably wearing that next time. So I went to the physio today, and they suspect I've got a torn meniscus in the knee, which isn't great, because it means it's going to be grumbling. In a former life, you can probably see that way. There, that book, that says muscles on it. That one says essentials of strength and conditioning. So in a former life, I was a strength and conditioning coach, so I know my anatomy, and a torn meniscus is not something you want to have, as it won't go away until you get it operated on. However, you can manage it, and the physio team, Ultimate Performance Lifestyle, who I did a shoot for recently, actually, they were really good. Give me lots of great advice. They're going to give me put a little program together for me to try and help out the muscles and stuff. So yeah, not ideal being a sports photographer and being a little bit less than mobile, shall we say? But made do. Camping chair was comfy, like I say. It's even got a little cup holder on it, so I have my coffee in there. It's fantastic. Excuse me. Right, I am back from the coughing fit. However, it only just happened in my world, so it may come back. I don't know, we'll see. So, weather was okay, but I had my kit available to me if I needed it to keep everything dry. So my bag that I have has got... it's just the K&F one, concept one, but it does have a waterproof... Oh, it's in the car. It does have a waterproof cover for it, which is one of the key reasons why I got it in the first place. However, I didn't until today actually own a waterproof cover for my camera. But Matt, how have you shot in the rain before? So, Aldi, where you get your food from and stuff, they do plastic bags for 30p, and I've discovered that if you put a hole in the bottom of one of those bags, it turns into a great little waterproof cover for your camera. It's actually still a bit damp. So there you go. That's where my lens goes through, and then it's long enough to go over the full length of my camera and cover it completely 100%. Now, the only thing wrong with that, because it works superbly well, is you just check it's not got any holes in it to start with. And I've got some electrical tape that I just tape around the lens hood to hold the bag in place on the front. And the only problem with that is it doesn't look that professional. But is it effective? Yes. However, I have just bought a cover from eBay, which does actually look quite good. He says looking for it. Aha! Because I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Oh yeah, it's the outer RCL from Vanguard. So, yeah, look. So Vanguard. Basically this end is the lens end. And then the whole thing drapes over the top of your... So if you're the camera, you go over there and... Hey! And yeah, lens sticks out of there basically. So the whole thing's covered, as you can see, top to bottom, and I hope it's going to be nice and waterproof and should work well. But it's probably the best cover I've owned so far. Well, especially if you compare it to an Audi bag. We've got that to look forward to in the next shoot. Well, hopefully won't need it, obviously. But what does this mean when you're out taking photographs in the rain? Well, it means you get lots of fantastic moody shots. I've got some of the shots you'll see in the video afterwards are I don't know why I'm doing this now. I can do that afterwards. Some of the shots are really sort of added to by the rain. It creates a nice atmosphere. Now it gets a little bit trickier on the technical side of things when you are shooting in the rain, because obviously your daylight starts to diminish quickly, and I tend to use a shutter speed of about 1,250th of a second on obviously I wind my aperture open as far as that will go. And on my camera, I'm using a zoom lens. Ideally, I'd be using the f2.8 400mm from Canon, but I don't have one yet. I'm working on that, but they are expensive. I mean, the brand new one, the latest version of it as well for the RF lens, is £13,000. Now, even if I was going to get either version 1 or version 2 of the lens, version 1 you can sometimes pick up for a fairly battered, well-used one, you can pick up for about £2,000 on eBay or at MPB, which is a second-hand market for lenses, for any photographic gear, basically. Yeah, it's a lot of money, basically. Now, do I need one? Yeah, I should really have one. At the moment I'm using the f4 to 5.6 100 to 400 zoom, the L series from Canon, which is fantastic. I love it. I love the versatility that zoom gives me when I'm shooting. However, it's been found wanting at one shoot I've done in the past where the sun was setting. Sun comes down, the floodlights went on, but the floodlights weren't strong enough, and so all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I've got about 2 stops less light than I should have going into this camera. So it's not ideal. However, when the sun's out, it's fantastic. It's nice and quick. I just focusing has just been fantastic with it, and it's worked really, really well. So yeah, I've made do basically so far, but making do, it's a crisp lens and it's really nice. Just pausing for a while because my daughter's just about to appear. So back again. So when the sunlight starts fading because the clouds are getting bigger, darker, blacker, it starts to get a little bit more problematical. So I keep forgetting to look at the camera and not the video to make sure that I'm on the video. It's old. You watch your ISO sort of start to climb up because you usually fix the shutter, fix the aperture, and let the camera decide which ISO to take the picture at. I've limited my camera to 3200 ISO. I don't really want to go past that because when it does get dark, I have shot some pictures in the past at 6400. And it may have just been those shoots where I just didn't have enough light going in, but I've got some extreme grain from it. I'm shooting on a Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. I'm not up to date when it comes to technology is what I'm saying, basically. So in an ideal world I'd be shooting on an R5 Mark II or even an R1 would be the dream camera, obviously. And the RF range of lenses from Canon. But I'm getting some good results with, he says modestly, I'm getting results with what I'm shooting with at the moment. The 5D Mark IV, I love it. I get on really well with it. The more I use it, the more the better I get at using it, which is an obvious thing to say. But yeah, it hasn't let me down yet. There's one or two little things on my camera that are starting to go wrong. I've got part of one of the numbers isn't sort of lighting up anymore inside the view screen. Another is that, and this one actually is a fairly major one, but the selector wheel, every now and again as I'm rolling it down, actually physically clicks it the other way. So I'm rolling it to the left and then the number goes the wrong way inside the camera set, and that's not handy when you're choosing your shutter speed, because sometimes you want to change shutter speeds fairly quickly, and if I just rolled it and it just went down, 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 fantastic, because I'm going to get to whatever shutter speed I want to use at the right time. And yeah, it is a bit of an issue. I will probably get it serviced at some point, or it will just get replaced by an R5 or an R5 Mark II ideally, but not just yet. So the heavens open, atmosphere, creates this fantastic atmosphere of rugby. You know, everyone just looks sopping wet. You can see the raindrops sort of dropping because of the shutter speed we're firing at as well. You can just get these crystal sort of frozen, suspended raindrops in the air, and if you've got dark backgrounds, they pick out nicely, especially if floodlights are on as well. So yeah, there's lots of stuff that can make it look very exciting, and we've got some you'll see some shots in the video. So yeah, the competition itself is always fantastic. It's such a good level of rugby being played, you know. On this occasion in the men's elite, anyway, I didn't see the women's elite because I wasn't photographing it, but in the men's elite final, the Army won, and you know, they look great, and they're kitted out in their sort of red, you know, the Army red that they have. And again, you'll see some of those photos there. So next event is Harpenden Rugby Ground on the 21st this month. If you're in the area, get yourself along. It's definitely worth a visit. I will endeavour to do some more behind the scenes footage rather than trying to do a post one like I've done now. So yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. That would be fantastic. Can grow my little YouTube channel. Cheers. Bye.